Physicians are drowning. Burnout is such a huge issue in the healthcare field right now, with almost half of physicians experiencing chronic stress from their work. Not only is burnout a problem for these workers, but so is mental health in general. 1 in 4 Americans suffer from a diagnosable psychological disorder each year. Mental health issues are more prevalent among certain occupations, especially within the healthcare industry. Physicians increasingly face depression, high stress, and emotional exhaustion. Even worse, many of them aren't receiving the help that they need for these problems. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Moneypenny, and today I'm going to give you 6 statistics about physician depression that you won't believe. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. Also hit that alert bell icon so that when we post new helpful content, you get notified. Depression is prevalent in all stages of the medical field, including schooling. Many medical students experience it before they're even physicians. The first shocking statistic I have for you starts with medical students. Medical students experience 15 to 30% higher depression than the general population. Medical school is stressful, time-consuming, and expensive. These students are at a much higher risk than most people to have mental health issues. The second statistic comes from one of the last stages of graduate school for medical students. This stage is called residency. 28% of resident physicians experience major depressive episodes throughout their training. This is 20% higher than similarly aged individuals within the U.S. general population. The third statistic comes after doctors graduate and start their careers. This depressive disorder leads to career regret, and up to 32% of resident physicians regret their career choice, and this is even before they are fully practicing physicians. For number 4, let's talk about how depression affects your productivity. 53% of physicians with depression say that it affects their work. This means that only 47% of doctors with depression said that it did not interfere with patient interaction. Of those whose depression affects them at work, 35% experiences more irritation with patients. 26% had less motivation to be careful with note-taking. 14% had made mistakes that they said they wouldn't have made otherwise. For number 5, we'll look specifically at female doctors. Female doctors are extremely unlikely to report that they have a diagnosable condition. A study found that only 6% of female physicians with a mental health diagnosis disclosed it to their state licensing board. The women who did not report their diagnosis said that they would never want a diagnosis on their records. Our last shocking statistic might be the scariest of all. As you can tell by now, depression is so common among physicians, but many of these doctors aren't receiving the help that they need. In fact, 40% of physicians are reluctant to seek treatment. Doctors fear job security or loss of their practice if word got out that they needed to help themselves. Almost half of them think that they can handle the struggles on their own, but keeping depressive feelings bottled up only worsens the issue. Health organizations need to recognize the mental health issues of their own employees and reduce the stigma surrounding depression. Mental health programs for employees may help reduce this stigma and urge doctors to receive the help that they need. That way, they can better serve their patients. If you want to learn more about how doctors are affected by depression, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like, subscribe, and comment below.